Samsung says it will stop all sales of its Galaxy Note 7 and asks all carriers and other sellers to do the same.
Ooh, nice, Brian.
This is in response to all of those new reports of repaired devices catching fire, not repaired, but recalled replacement devices catching fire. The company has asked users to stop using the replacement devices, power them down while they investigate. They also say to go out and buy yourself a new iPhone 7 on their dime. They did not say that. Samsung has told Jordan Golson from The Verge that they're, quote, working diligently to ease the recall process for our consumers, but many are reporting having received some incomprehensible emails from the company about what to do next. What's worse, Samsung over the weekend, it came out that they knew the problem existed last week but didn't say anything, and hints that a cover-up come from a text message that a representative accidentally sent to the owner of one of the phones. The message said, just now got this. I can try and slow him down if we think it will matter, or we just let him do what he keeps threatening to do and see if he does it.
See if he does it. There's no basis for this stuff, see? Oh, man, this is such a nightmare for Samsung. And I think I'm beyond the point of feeling bad for Samsung, because I suppose I felt a little bad the first time around, because it seemed like they reacted quickly, but then I reminded myself that, oh, wait, they should have caught this in QA initially. But okay, fine, they reacted quickly, they brought them all back. Now they're doing the right thing. They've got to fix whatever. Then they put it out, and then this happens. I mean, this is trust shattering. Mm-hmm. If the first recall did not sway people, like I know over the weekend, I saw a few of those reports coming through, and then I finally had the thought that I hadn't quite had yet, which is, no, I will never hand this to my kid when they ask to use it, because it might actually blow up in their hands. Beforehand, I was like, well, maybe that was the case. I mean, I never actually opened the first phone, so I never had the chance to do that. But this time I actually had the, like, this is unsafe thought. What are the statistics that it would actually happen to me with this note that I keep holding in my hand dangerously? Probably not very much, but enough. You're reminded of it over and over and over again. I mean, Samsung dropped the ball. They said this was safe. It didn't happen. Then you see this leaked text message, which, man, kid, doesn't it just suck when that happens? From a PR standpoint, that's exactly what you don't want to happen. I mean, everything's going wrong for Samsung.
It really,
I don't feel bad anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. Now, Leo talked about this on TWiT over the weekend, and he pointed out, like, wasn't it surprising that they had all these replacement devices so quickly? And shouldn't we have been surprised then about that? Like they must not have really changed the design. What did they do to them to make them safe? I mean,
well, yeah, right. So did they swap in the bad battery or swap out the bad battery, swap in the good battery, and then send them out? Or did they just have a large amount of stock already hanging out that they hadn't shipped out? That's kind of what I assumed was the case, is that they probably had a decent amount of stock with the other cleared battery. But did they check those batteries? Did they just assume that those batteries, well, they haven't really exploded yet, so they must be okay? Like, I don't know what they did to clear that. But they told everyone that they did it, and the end result is that it doesn't matter what they did or what they did not do. They're in this mess, and they have to take it because they've dropped the ball in a serious way. I really wonder what the long-term ramification of it is. My question for you is, do you think Samsung's so big that this doesn't affect them 1-2 years down the line?
I don't know, because they released, did you hear they released a PC today?
I did, actually. It didn't look very impressive.
It was like called the Art PC or something. It kind of looks like an Amazon Echo, sort of looks like a Mac, like the Apple,
the Mac Pro, Mac Pro. Cylindrical trash can thing.
Exactly.
They were like, we want a PC that looks like a trash can too. Let's do that.
I mean, yes, we should not forget that Samsung is an enormous company. They make washing machines, they make televisions, they make a lot of stuff. And so will people say, like, oh, I'm trying to decide between a Samsung TV and, a Sony TV? I think I'll choose the one that didn't try to hide cover up that sort of burning scandal. Like, so I don't know. I think they are besmirched officially.
And I do not believe that this is so like locked into nerd culture, that it doesn't permeate outside of that. Like there are some things, there's actually a lot of things that we talk about on this show and that technology enthusiasts get really worked up about, that the grand population probably never even understands or knows or cares even. I think this has kind of penetrated that. When you're going on air flight after air flight, and every single time you hear at the beginning that there's one particular phone, and mind you, attached to Samsung, which is Android to so many people. You know, Samsung is the same as Apple, let's say, with the iPhone. I mean, when you hear that time and time again, maybe the normal person doesn't necessarily recognize the Note aspect of it, but they definitely recognize the Samsung aspect of it. And I don't know. I think it's going to have long-term effects. I don't know what that is, but this is a big deal. Continues to be a big deal because we keep talking about it, but this is kind of the final straw. I don't know if they then come back at this point and say, well, we retooled the Note 7 again. Here, why don't you try a third time? I think it's done. I don't think there is a Note 7 anymore.